Welcome. Oh, this is my apartment in the United Nations Plaza on New York's East River. Oh, it's just lovely to sit here with drinks and the phonograph on, right at twilight, when the city lights begin to turn on. Oh, me? Well, I collect things, paperweights. You see, this one right here was given to me by my friend Colette Baccarat. It's now worth 15 grand. Oh, and books, and ever more books. I found that I collect things like a magpie, but I don't love them a whole lot once I have them. You see, I have found that I have no sense of possession whatsoever. On April 1st, 2013, Dr. J. Emil Rosencrantz of the Rosalind Franklin University for Medicine and Science investigated how social isolation during childhood could be repeated during adulthood. His research can be further examined when comparing the life of author Truman Capote to modern communication. Because advances in technology have made it easier to communicate to a larger audience, the danger of social isolation facing our nation's youth is more prevalent than ever. True. By J. Presson Allen. Well, I have lived an amazing life. I have lived all over the country and the world. Also, I bet I am the only person to know both Saran and Robert Kennedy, who also knew Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Kennedy. So I came to New York when I was 17 looking for work, and some good friends started to call me True then. And I have been writing ever since I was 8 years old, so I figured, right I did, right I shall do. Shit. I'm sorry, I've been speaking aloud to myself all my life. I found that it gets a lot of stuff out of your system. Here it is. Penny candy. I must ask you to regard this stuff as medicinal for a metabolic problem, of course. Mm, mhm, mhm, mm, 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 mhm, mm, 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 mm. Everybody tells me that sugar's a killer, but it calms me, which is very important right now because at this particular moment in my life, I stand accused of obscene treachery and betrayal. You see, 3 months ago, to sort of jolt myself out of a depression that I was in, I let Esquire publish a chapter from a novel I have been working on. And the novel is called Answered Prayers. Oh, that's titled from St. Teresa of Avila, because she wrote that more tears were shed over answered prayers than unanswered ones. Well, that's St. Teresa. Oh, she is one smart little cookie cutter. So what's the novel about? Well, it's about them, you see, the super rich, as seen through the eyes of an outsider who, for various reasons, has privileged access to all of their lives. Well, had privileged access. A few doors have been temporarily closed for me. Who, Gloria Vanderbilt, the Paleys, the Whitneys, and Lady Keith. What they want for me to do is to sit and grovel at the feet, and maybe take a judicious little overdose and check into pain Whitney again. But my God, all of this brouhaha over one little chapter, which really was nothing but a clever and witty account of a bunch of friends sitting in a restaurant. Well, dishing the dirt on each other, of course, but, my God. Well, as my good friend Norman Mailer used to write, fog 'em. I am an artist, and I am writing another masterpiece. And they are wrong. Because when I researched my novel, In Cold Blood, I interviewed hundreds of convicted killers. Many of them were on death row. And you see, well, this novel was written many, many years ago. But the first time that I stepped into death row in one of our prisons, well, I felt like I could identify with those convicted killers. You see, I found that there is always a touch of murder in writing a truthful novel. I figured this out when I was 8 years old because there was this writing contest for children in my hometown, and I wrote this story called Mrs. Busybody. And what it was about was people that I knew or knew about in Monroeville, and well, Mrs. Busybody was supposed to come out in 3 separate installments, but after people read the first section, well, the whole town went crazy, and many people refused to talk to me after that. And not long after that, I began to drink, and I have been having the same sad dream for over 40 years now. In this dream, I am 8 years old, and I am walking down this dirty, dirty path in Monroeville, and I can see all of these people before me, but when these people see me, they turn their backs and they refuse to talk to me because I've written about them. And that's all there is to the dream. See, nothing so terrible. But every time I have it, I always wake up weeping. Oh, shoot, you know what I'd really like to do right now? I would just love to get all dressed up and go out to lunch with Babe Paley and tell her everything that's going on. Babe, she told me once. She said, "True, there is only one person in this world who could hurt me, and it's not my husband Bill or any of my sisters, but you, True," she said. "Now you, True, you could hurt me." And apparently, I did.